As the world pushes toward wind and solar energy, we are told this transition is necessary and urgent. But there is a question few people are asking. Who is actually paying for it? The conversation around renewable energy often focuses on climate goals and carbon reduction, but rarely do we talk about affordability or reliability. Energy is not optional. It powers our homes, preserves our food, heats and cools our families. When electricity prices rise, it impacts everyone, but it impacts working families first. Every industry must stand on its own economics. A sustainable business model should be viable without constant public financial support. Yet many wind and solar projects rely heavily on tax incentives and subsidies. When subsidies are reduced or removed, projects often stall or collapse. That raises an important question. Is this a durable model or one dependent on policy support? In parts of Texas, wind projects were decommissioned when local voters declined to continue subsidy support. Without policy backing, the economics changed. That is not a criticism. It is simply reality. Markets reveal whether a model is truly self-sustaining. Higher electricity costs do not affect everyone equally. Low-income and middle-class families feel it immediately. Energy costs ripple into food prices, transportation, and housing. For many households, rising utility bills mean choosing between necessities. That is not just economics, it is a social question. The goal of cleaner energy is understandable, but policy must consider fairness. If mandates increase financial strain on vulnerable communities, then equity must be part of the discussion. All energy solutions should uplift people, not burden them. The future of energy will likely include many sources, but it must include affordability, reliability, and realism. Energy systems are complex. Policy should reflect that complexity. Protecting working families should be a priority. If we truly want a just energy future, we must talk about more than emissions. We must talk about economics. We must talk about fairness. We must talk about reliability. And we must ensure that sustainability does not come at the expense of those least able to absorb the cost. A green future should also be a fair one.